Who's the band fresh out of Boston the entire musical world is hailing as the new R.E.M.? Good question. Why, it's Buffalo Tom, of course. And we, at the show the critics have hailed as the new Nationwide, dropped in on them whilst they were having a spot of dinner.
The funny thing about being in a band is that you kind of put off your, you prolong your adolescence, I think. You be a kid for as long as you want, because most of the bands are, 18-year-olds, and most of the bands that we grew up with, Rolling Stones and stuff, when we were kids, they were like 18 or 19. And then when you find yourself 30, luckily, the Bob Dylans of the world are still going at 50 and acting like kids. I know. I'll be 29. But I feel 22. Let's call it 22.
I'm a body of a like a robust 55-year-old.
Where do you feel more comfortable in Europe? We've been to 10 cities in Europe.
I feel the most comfortable in Holland.
Ah,
I really do.
Barcelona.
Oh no, I was beautiful, and Italy was beautiful as well. But I feel, I don't know, Italy's just so kind of crazy. There's so much chaos and a lot of tense arguing, stuff like that. But I don't know, Italy was pretty manic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I know. They say they'll, something's at 7 o'clock. It could be at midnight. And that kind of thing. It's, you're so hard on tour. You're running on schedule, and you get to Italy, and it's really like, slow down, have a bottle of wine, and, relax, have dinner.
Yeah, the PA's not even here yet.
Yeah, relax. Things are like, even if they don't know you, it's like very special that you're performing and that you're on and that they respond well.
There's a lot less inhibition. It's much more of a living life kind of, without really consciously analyzing everything.
I mean, you go to different parts of the United States. Atlanta is very much different than San Francisco, and you go to Chicago or out in the country in Akron, Ohio. I get that sense from music too, that that's why there's a lot of different kind of musical things going. Which is a little overwhelming though, because I almost feel more at home in London than I do in, down in New Orleans or New York City, which is really alien to me. Every time I go there, even still, I have like almost a real hatred of parts of that, the feeling that you get there. And LA was completely space-shot city. There's bigger breasts in that city than any city in the whole world. It was really bizarre. It was like every woman that you would see. Now, all the men were sort of older, really kind of crabby, weird guys, and then all the women were this like, what's the film with all the women are androids.
Androids?
What's the wives? Something wives.
Stepford Wives.
Stepford Wives. I mean, it was really strange, all the women you'd see. And they were really just as spacey as you think they would be. You'd get any discussion with them, I'm an actress.
The women of L.A.
Jerk my bounce, I scream out, I suppose I'm just too late. Form a line, think I'll die here. People nauseate me.
I was in a clothes store the other day, and I was trying on a sweater, and it was wool, and so they had a sign that said wool Trilby, 25 pounds, and I thought to myself, okay, that's fair price for this. And I said, no, I wasn't quite sure, so I asked the salesperson, who was, I said, is this, held up this, is this the wool Trilby? She went, wool Trilby is a hat. You have a jumper. And I said, I knew that. I knew that.
Could these